Why is it every time I come out to do something, something goes wrong? Today I want to clean up the garage a bit, and when I came out here, I had a huge oil spill right here. I already took care of most of it because I was like in a panic. I didn't want to ruin the floor. So I put down baking soda, but it still got onto like a lot of stuff. See, this bag is stained with it. And it got under all my tires as well. Yeah, the next thing I'm gonna do is take out all these tires and try to clean the floor. This is where all the oil came from. And I always leave this thing upright like this. And it was only like a quarter full. And somehow it tipped upside down, so like this. And it all leaked out through this cap. This cap has a really bad seal. Okay, so it's not that bad, but it looks like it just went around them. So this shouldn't be too bad to clean up, but I didn't realize how many wheels I actually had. So I've got, I think, 3 sets out there, and then I have 1 more here. But I guess, today let's talk about all the wheels that I have. So these are the ones that are on the car right now. I've had these for a long time, but I took this one off because I think it's got a nail or something. It's losing air every month. And then we got these black wheels about the same time as those white ones, but these all leak air, all 3 of these, except for that one. So that's on the car because that one's leaking, and I can't run these because they're all leaking. These tires are really good on these, but they're leaking around the rim, probably corroded. And then we have these. I've never shown these ones before. These are Advans. I don't know what type. I don't know if they're real even, but we got them from a friend. They were painted white, and my friend was stripping them back to their original finish, this gray. But he never finished. He got 2 wheels, and then 2 are still white. This one and that. This is the one that was on the bottom, so it's still got oil on it. So don't want that to touch the asphalt. I originally wanted to run these on the Lexus, but I want to finish stripping off the white paint first because I like the original finish a lot better. Let me just grab one. I think these would look pretty good. So then after that we have these. I have 6 of these wheels. So these are Lexus OEM wheels. These are F Sport wheels off of the 3rd gen. And the reason I have 6 is because originally I bought these for dirt cheap because these 2 wheels were bent. And then I found these 2 wheels being sold by themselves, and these were super cheap because usually people want a full set, but this worked out perfectly for me. So these all need to be cleaned, and then I can put them on the car. But these tires aren't good. They're not too bad from the top, but they have a lot of wear on the inner side. This one's not too bad, but that one's really worn away. There's also so much brake dust caked onto this. It feels like harsh sandpaper. But these should look really good when they're cleaned up. And these ones, they're not caked in dust, but not brake dust, but it's like road salt. These things have winter tires on them. And I want to run these in the summer, so I was gonna change the tires, but these tires, the 2 of them are really good shape. And these are really wide. These are widest tires I think I've ever bought. They're like 245 40 18s. These are also the first set of 18s I've ever bought. All of these are 17-inch. Yeah, let's get the cleaner. here I put these aside to put down some paint stripper on them. This is supposed to be a very safe stripper. So yeah, while these are here, just gonna leave them. It seems kind of strange using paint stripper because I thought it would ruin the original finish, but my buddy, he used paint stripper on these wheels and it didn't damage the original finish, so hopefully it'll be okay. While those are cooking away, we're going to focus on cleaning up the F Sport wheels. So these ones all cleaned up pretty nice. The salt came off really easy, but they have some weird markings on them, like water spots and stuff. Especially on this one. And I think it might be overspray because the guy who had these worked in a body shop and he stored them in the body shop, so it's probably like overspray from other stuff, but I think I can get that out with a clay bar. These are the ones that were really caked in rust or brake dust, I mean. This one cleaned up pretty well, but this one is really badly covered. And usually when it's this bad, the only thing that works is using one of these hard brushes. And I hate using these on wheels because they leave scratches, but it's the only thing I know that'll get off stuff this badly caked. So I'm gonna use this to scrub that now. So whenever I'm using a sponge like this, I want to be really careful. And I'm gonna show it on these two areas. This one's kind of light, this one's a lot harder, or thicker I mean. So first we're gonna make sure this is really soaked. Kind of squeeze it a bit so it's a little bit softer, and we're just gonna go over it really lightly. This is me from the future, and I can tell you, you should ignore everything I'm saying in this clip. I can't believe I used to wash wheels like this. I didn't know any better. The day after this, I did a bunch of research and I learned about what wheel cleaners are and how they're so much better at cleaning wheels. I did not clean this whole wheel with this sponge, so don't worry, it was just this small spot. But yeah, you shouldn't use this sponge at all on wheels. It left scratches, without a doubt. I really only cleaned these two spokes. And you can see it's a lot better. But there's still a lot caked on. And the rest is still, I didn't get to it, really bad. I really don't want to spend so much time scrubbing this because I know it's going to look all scratched up, so I'm going to try and find a much stronger wheel cleaner and maybe that'll work. I spent a good 3 hours maybe like laying multiple layers of the paint stripper and then scraping off the top, and yeah, they look terrible right now. This is definitely going to need way more work, way more time. These were painted bronze, it looks like, and the bronze is like plasti dip, so I think that's the only reason why the original finish is in good shape, is that plasti dip probably protecting it. So what I'm trying to do with the paint stripper is only scrape off the white part, and then this bronze I can just peel this off with heat. Alright, so I didn't want to leave the video off with just cleaning the wheels and that being it. So I spent a couple of days trying my best to clean the white paint off of those off the wheels with the paint stripper and whatever plastic scrapers that I had, but it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted, but I guess it's kind of better. Let me just show you. Okay, so this is what the Advent wheels look like after all that scrubbing. This is the best one. This is the one that looks closest to like nice, but the second you look at the sides, you can see there's a lot of scratching on the sides, but from the top it looks pretty good. Okay, no, they're pretty rough, but I just can't be bothered to pick all of this off. This took forever to get it to this point, but for now, the way that they are, I'm gonna throw these on the car and hopefully it looks pretty good. This is the first time I'm ever test fitting these wheels. Okay, we did the other side. It's a nice change, I guess, but yeah, this isn't gonna last on this car. No, we're not keeping this for long. I left the Advent on the car for a couple days to see if I would like it any better, but really I didn't. I hated how the paint looked, and they also looked too small for how big this car is. So we're gonna go back and see if we can clean up the F Sports any better and throw them on instead. So I picked up this wheel cleaner. This was the strongest wheel cleaner I could find. It's kind of pricey too. So I went to like a store that just specializes in automotive detailing, or supplies just for detailing. And I went in and I asked them, give me your strongest wheel cleaner. And I showed them a picture of how bad the wheel was. And they were like, damn, that's bad. And they said this was the strongest stuff they got. And I'll probably need this whole bottle just to clean this thing off. So yeah, this is gonna be tough. We're gonna start by just soaking this thing in the cleaner. This stuff smells really strong, I can tell. Yeah, this is what it's called. It's called Sonax, and it's from Germany. So I was told that Germany makes really good wheel cleaners. So now we're just gonna let this sit. You can see it's already turning purple. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes, and this stuff's really working. If I zoom in, you can see it's like it's melting that stuff off. It's dripping, and the wheel looks shinier already. Alright, so now we're gonna rinse this off. Alright, now it's time for round 2 of the spray, but this time we're gonna let it sit and then scrub it with a brush. You can tell that the wheel cleaner is working really well. The wheel looks a lot better, but there are some areas that are still very stubborn. So I just had to keep going back, rinse and repeat until all of the rust or the brake dust was completely gone. It did take a pretty long time, but I think the results were worth it. Finally, I'm done cleaning this wheel. I've got almost all of it off. There's like a couple small specks here and there, but you're never gonna notice it. All the sides are pretty clean too, and it looks great. I also cleaned up the other one. This just needed like one rinse and it was good. So now I can put these on the car. And I also picked up my other ones, the rears. I got fresh tires mounted. Not brand new, but like almost brand new. Gotta keep it on a budget, you know. But these are really nice. They're Continental Sport Pluses. They're all seasons, I think. But still, these are really nice for what I can afford. Really happy with these. I got all the wheels on the car, and it looks amazing, bro. I quickly just rinsed it down because it was really dusty, and this thing looks so good. I really need to do a paint correction on this thing because this thing looks so good when it's wet, but it looks really rough and textured when it's dry. So definitely need some detail work. But these wheels, they make the car look so much sportier, so much newer. And I think these really fit the look that I'm going for. Super happy with it. I was staring at this for a good 10 minutes before I picked up the camera. So that's going to be it for today's video. I'm really happy with how these OEM F-Sport wheels look on the car. They really just pop. And hopefully one day the rest of my wheel collection will be as nice as these. But until then, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching.